Hi gang, welcome back to ATL EDH. Today I wanted to talk to you about a custom format that we here on the channel have been playing for a little over a year now. We've come to calling this format 60 EDH, or 6DH for short. Now, as we all know, Commander is just an inherently degenerate format. It has some of the most busted and absurd cards that have ever been printed. There's always going to be the clear-cut winners. Heuristic Study, asking to pay the 1, Demonic Tutor, finding your combo, Sol Ring, putting you 2 turns ahead of the rest of the table. Now, while the format is far from solved, many veteran players have found it to become kind of stale, seeing the same cards pop up over and over. And also, if you're a newer player trying to get into the format, you might feel that you're kind of price kept out of it because so many of the best staples are just so friggin' expensive. Now, while there's already many variants of Commander, like Oathbreaker, Tiny Leaders, Canlander, even Pauper is a great budget format, which we've played and love. 60H kind of became an amalgamation of all of these formats and embodied what we liked most. Basically, a budget format that still felt competitive and powerful. So what is it and how does it work? Well, as you might be able to guess, the name comes from the overall budget. $60 for the entirety of the deck, not including basic lands. In addition to that, no card in the entirety of the deck can be over $5. Now, this budget works for any printing that the card has ever had that is normally playable, and we use TCG player pricing on Moxfield to determine the legality. In addition to the budget restrictions, we also banned the top 100 most popular commanders, according to EDHREC, within the last 2 years, but those commanders can still be run in the 99 as long as they're under the $5 budget. And finally, Sol Ring is banned.
Because we don't need no stinking Sol Rings.
Now, some of you might be thinking, I don't know about this. I like to run powerful cards and do powerful things. Is this really that fun? As the saying goes, restriction breeds creativity. When you can't default to your reliable cards, your fetch lands, your tutors, your free counters, and your main win conditions, it forces you to look a little deeper and try cards that you might otherwise pass over. For example, in our most recent league, I ended up trying out the cards Defabricate and Tail's End as possible answers that might have some additional flexibility, and I am totally sold. I'm going to be running these cards in more decks, and I might never had tried them otherwise if it wasn't for this format. Another reason we all really like this format is it keeps everyone on even footing. It's not about who has more money to spend on staples. Everyone is equal and forced to build within the same restrictions.
Nice.
Do you like absurd combos? You can build a very good, very competitive Gitrog monster for $60. Do you like crazy storm decks? Zada the Hedron Grinder has you covered. Do you want to stacks everybody out? 8.5 Tails, awesome choice. Do you want to embrace your inner Timmy?
Smash you!
Well, Rurik Thar or Tovolar, Dire Overlord, definitely have that punch you might be craving. Now, some of you who are more familiar with the EDHREC listings might be like, Tovolar, he's in the top 100. What do you mean? As I'm sure most of you are aware, the price of cards can change drastically and quickly, depending on a great number of factors. If something was recently reprinted, it's probably going to drop. If there was a new combo discovered in a different format, one of the combo pieces might rise dramatically. One thing I enjoy about this format is that these decks kind of become time capsules and reflections of a period of time when cards were available at a certain price. Maybe before they surged in popularity, or maybe when they were recently reprinted and gave new people access to them for the first time. Cards that fluctuate due to set releases and how they move in and out of budget is half the challenge and fun of the format. 60H is definitely a fan favorite here within our playgroup, and if y'all are interested, I would love to show you some of the decks that we have built and maybe do some deck techs in the future. Thanks for checking out this summary of our budding format, and let us know in the comments. Have you ever done any kind of budget brew like this? Do you have a custom format like this that you and your playgroup use? What's the wildest 60H list you can come up with? Let us know.